Selena Gomez gave a warning about Blake Lively. Travis unfollowed Ryan because he is fed up with the whole drama.
Selena Gomez has just dropped a bombshell on Blake Lively, publicly calling out her manipulative tactics and fake victim persona. After Blake dragged Taylor Swift into her legal mess, Selena had enough and decided to cut ties.
And Selena Gomez was one of those people who allegedly warned Taylor about Blake.
Allegedly, Selena was one of the first to warn Taylor about Blake's true intentions. The claws are out, and Blake's carefully crafted facade is crumbling under the weight of real friendship fallout. The backlash Blake faced back then was organic, and it only weakens her case every time she steps out pretending to be happy.
All the backlash she was feeling back then was organic. And it just weakens her case every time she steps out of the house pretending to be happy.
Let's take a moment to appreciate Selena Gomez for what might be the most satisfying "I told you so" in celebrity history. While Hollywood was busy sipping Blake Lively's stage charm like it was overpriced champagne, Selena was in the corner side-eyeing the whole situation like a pro.
So everything that is happening now comes as no surprise to Selena. Now that Lively is bringing Swift in a legal drama, Gomez feels she has been justified. That's really where I think this has come about.
Now that Lively has dragged Swift into her legal drama, Gomez feels justified. Years ago, she warned Taylor that Blake's obsession with being the perfect BFF was more about branding than genuine friendship, and now that warning has aged better than Blake's courtroom strategy.
Also, Selena Gomez, what did she say? Well, look, Page 6 reported it first, and it's as we all thought. The reason why is because of the It Ends With Us messy legal nightmare.
According to Page 6, the drama stems from the It Ends With Us legal nightmare, which Selena saw coming. Blake's stunt of calling Taylor her family and asking her to be the godmother of her children was a strategic move to tighten their bond. It was the PR equivalent of dangling a diamond friendship bracelet in front of a billion-dollar pop star and saying, "Look, I love you. Also, promote my movie."
Blake called Taylor her best friend and family, and then asked her to be the godmother of her children, all very smart, manipulative way to get very super famous person to become closer and closer to you. Swift and Lively became friends for over a decade. The Cruel Summer singer is the godmother of Lively's daughters, James, Inez, Betty, 5, as well as their 2-year-old son, Olin.
Gomez wasn't fooled. She recognized how Blake used personal moments as stepping stones to climb the fame ladder, while manufacturing an image of being relatable and grounded. But now, with Taylor keeping her distance, Blake is deeply bothered. Selena is sitting back in smug silence, watching the friendship pyramid collapse like a bad game of Jenga.
Loyal people around him that he could trust, not weird snakes like Blake Lively, who wrapped her claws in, which Selena called. We'll get there in a second.
Blake's entire relationship with Taylor is under scrutiny, and it turns out it's as curated as one of her red carpet looks. I don't believe the articles claiming Taylor and Blake are fine. They are not. The It Ends With Us lawsuit has confirmed everything Selena suspected: manipulation, control, and image obsession.
I do not believe the articles that try to say Taylor and Blake are fine. They are not fine.
Blake's behind-the-scenes behavior has been exposed like the final reveal in a reality show no one signed up for. Gomez always found Blake's close relationship with Taylor odd, but let it be. Now, if that wasn't enough, Blake decided to perform at the Time 100 gala, telling a vague story about someone allegedly attacking her mother. The problem? No names, no details, just vibes.
However, Gomez wasn't sold on the close relationship. Selena always found this odd, but she let it be. So everything that is happening now comes as no surprise to Selena.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have been out in public more in the last week than a Kardashian at a camera store. 6 public outings in 1 week. You'd think they were running for office or auditioning for a reboot of America's Next Top Couple. Have you ever seen this much of Blake and Ryan? And let's not forget Blake's Fashion Olympics.
Now, I suspect, here's my theory, before we get to what Selena said. I suspect if there was anything from a Taylor or somebody, it's you better win this case. Otherwise, because I don't think Taylor's going to want to be there. If she loses this case and this looks like Blake lied.
Changing outfits 3 times in a single day, like she was speed running through a Vogue editorial challenge. Here's the kicker. All those parades through the city, those robotic grins, the hand-holding scream, "Look, we swear we're still cute." It's painfully staged.
And Selena Gomez was one of those people who allegedly warned Taylor about Blake. Now she's feeling a little bit more like, told you so.
The Daily Mail even caught one of those moments without adding context. Why would they? The photo speaks louder than any caption could. It's giving, "We planned this 5 days ago with our publicist and a map. Zero chemistry, zero spontaneity. Just pure PR choreography. And Ryan, let's talk about him.
Have you ever seen this much Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds in your life?
This isn't the charming Deadpool we know, this is Sadpool. If Blake is the chaotic tornado at the center of this mess, Ryan is the soggy tissue stuck in its windstream. He looks like he's being dragged to these events with a cattle prod, silent and stiff, trailing behind her like a malfunctioning Roomba.
All these just happy photos that just happen to get snapped at the right spot. They are in a massive publicity tour attempting to rebrand the image, and I just find it annoying.
You'd think someone with that many tequila endorsements would at least pretend to be having fun, but no. He's out here looking like a cardboard cutout of himself, praying the audience remembers the good old days when his career wasn't tied to lawsuits and staged red carpet appearances. This can't be good for her. Who is advising Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively?
I think it's already backfired, but I think it'll backfire more if they keep showing up to these events and doing all these things. It's like, guys, stay at home for a little bit. Just take a break. Just take a break. It doesn't mean you're losing. It just means we don't want to see you for a little while.
They've been out and about nonstop this past week. Just yesterday, Blake wore 3 different outfits while promoting Another Simple Favor at a pizza event. Now let's dive into the lawsuit drama because it's getting messier.
But it's so obvious that it's just a show. It's a parade right now, and it's not working.
Blake originally tried to throw Justin Baldoni under the bus, accusing him of orchestrating a smear campaign against her during the It Ends With Us promo run. Fast forward to now, and that backlash looks like a baby slap compared to the public dragging she's currently facing.
And this can't be anything but really bad for her. Who is advising Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively? They've been out and about non-stop this last week. I think yesterday she was wearing 3 different outfits. She was out again promoting Another Simple Favor at this pizza.
Even her own castmates seem to be over her. Henry Golding posted behind-the-scenes footage from the Another Simple Favor promo event and casually left her out. The internet noticed. The truth is, their stock is still valuable. Audiences that saw Another Simple Favor still don't really care.
And the truth is their stock is still very valuable. It is. As I posted in this morning's video, you'll see audiences that saw the movie Another Simple Favor, they still don't really care. Now,
the comment section lit up with people asking, wait, wasn't Blake there? Yep, she was. But Henry said what we're all thinking. Stay away from the radioactive energy. If your own co-star is editing you out like an ex from their vacation reel, you're not just problematic, you're PR poison.
And he was recording Paul Feig and Anna Kendrick, and I saw in the comment section people were like, wasn't Blake there? Well, she was, of course. She wouldn't miss anything in the world right now for not being included with this cast and being in the public eye.
And let's not ignore the biggest irony here. Blake keeps parading around in designer dresses and high heels while simultaneously playing the role of the wronged, damaged woman in court documents. The message is clear.
Message that was brought back to Blake and Ryan, you guys better clear your names. Otherwise, we can't be seen with you because now you're damaged goods. That's how Hollywood works.
You guys better clear your names, otherwise we can't be seen with you because now you're damaged goods. That's how Hollywood works. You can't claim defamation 1 minute and then moonwalk into a pastel pizza event like you're hosting brunch with Anna Wintour. It's delusional, it's theatrical, it's Blake Lively, and no.
Travis is concerned that he could potentially be questioned too, since he was with Taylor as some of this was going down.
This isn't for a Fashion Week event. This is supposed to be a film promo run in the middle of a lawsuit. The legal circus has turned into a straight-up Vogue runway show, and it's not even subtle anymore. Ryan Friedman wants to subpoena them, and Marvel, owned by Disney, does not want that. If he can prove in any documents that they knew Ryan Reynolds was mocking Justin Baldoni by basing the nice pool character on him, it could be disastrous.
Travis is not fake, and he is not going to pretend to be bros with someone who would throw him or Taylor under the bus, the insider added.
People in Hollywood aren't worried about justice. They're worried about never working again if they dare criticize the golden couple. This isn't just silence. It's intimidation masquerading as reputation management. The only person who's had the guts to speak publicly was a creative featured on 60 Minutes, who gently but clearly stated that the allegations against Baldoni had no grounding and that he was always respectful.
Sources are coming forward to explain why Travis Kelce unfollowed Ryan Reynolds.
That's it, one person on record while everyone else remains silenced into submission. And yet, Blake and Ryan are still bouncing from premiere to premiere like they're not the radioactive center of a celebrity implosion.
Swift was dragged into the increasingly toxic scuffle in January because of the countersuit with screenshots alleging the Dragons, Khaleesi. Kelsey, and Taylor have been lying low after she got sucked in, the insider continued.
They're posing for photos while the rest of Hollywood collectively clutches their pearls and prays not to get subpoenaed. This leads us to the grand finale of a PR disaster so catastrophic, it deserves its own Netflix docuseries. Blake and Ryan have officially burned more bridges than a demolition crew.
Look at this. Blake and Ryan put on a brave face as they step out amid another bombshell, which it was. Because now, as they're out there doing this, their boss, Hugh and Ryan's boss, Marvel, is being dragged into court. Yet another example of why Taylor, Travis, Selena, all of them are like, that girl's bad news.
Travis Kelce, Gigi Hadid, Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, every big name that once smiled next to them on red carpets has dipped out like the building's on fire. And honestly, it kind of is. This is yet another example of why Taylor, Travis, Selena, and others are saying,
Friedman is doing a fantastic job in terrifying all these celebrities that they're going to get involved. And the reality is, they could actually all get involved if he wanted to.
That makes Disney look like a bully and Marvel look like a bully, and they definitely don't want that.
That girl's bad news. It was a bad move for Blake to drag Taylor into her mess. Travis unfollowed Ryan, Taylor stopped showing up, and Gigi didn't even send a birthday emoji. Selena Gomez gave the sassiest silent confirmation of all time.
There's a lot of people that I'm sure he's nervous around, hence why those appearances have seemed a little off. I think he's no dummy. He knows what's going on, and he's attempting to push through and do what the experts and Blake are telling him to do. But and in some ways, it probably will work. Sometimes you just got to keep going, keep moving forward.
That the smear campaign against her was organic, because the reactions she's getting from people online right now and from some media outlets that are being honest, it's pretty outrageous.
One by one, the Hollywood elite is distancing themselves as if Blake and Ryan have an incurable case of celebrity rot. And they do because their narrative isn't just crumbling, it's on fire, sliding off a cliff and taking every fake smile and courtroom deflection with it.
She's getting so much criticism, and she can't blame it on Justin Baldoni. This is her own doing. And to me, if I were a lawyer, I would definitely use this against her. Every time they walk out together, they're holding hands. They're like, look at us, we're such a happy couple. And every time she's wearing a new outfit, and this particular paparazzi shot, it's so staged. These things are so staged.
Travis doesn't want to deal with this nonsense. He's like, who are these fake Hollywood nobodies? I don't want to deal with them. I appreciate that about him. Blake's lawsuit narrative has completely collapsed under the weight of her own delusion. You can't parade around in designer gowns, act like you're starring in your own rom-com reboot, and still cry victim.
That they walk out of the house. I don't know where she was going wearing this outfit. It doesn't say in the article that I found in Daily Mail, but it's so obvious that it's just a show. It's a parade right now.
It doesn't work that way. People have eyes, people have brains, and they can see that this isn't a woman recovering from harm. This is a woman staging a comeback tour while the ink on her legal claims is still drying.
Former Disney child star has always been wary of the Gossip Girl alum, especially because of the way she latched onto Taylor. She warned Taylor about Blake, raising her concerns years ago. Blake called Taylor her best friend and family, and then asked her to be the godmother of her children, all very smart, manipulative way to get very super famous person to become closer and closer to you. Another appearance together, this time to Hugh Jackman's Broadway show to support his pal. All this united front is one thing. They really are figuring out who their friends are, or who the people who think Blake and Ryan's stock isn't going to die, and so they're betting on them.
Marvel's panic, Disney's court dodging, Ryan's desperate please still like me energy. It all proves this is no PR hiccup. This is a career reckoning. And Ryan, he's spiraling right behind her.
Ryan Friedman wants to subpoena them. Marvel, who's owned by Disney, do not want that, obviously. I think this could be so bad for them if he can prove in any documents that they had, that they're in their knowledge, that they knew that Ryan Reynolds was mocking Justin Baldoni, basing the Nice Pool character on him. How can she claim that all the backlash she was experiencing during the It Ends With Us promotion was because of Justin Baldoni's smear campaign that he orchestrated against her, when it's 10 times worse when she's promoting Another Simple Favor?
The guy who once oozed charm and sarcasm is now reduced to nodding silently at events he doesn't want to be at with a wife determined to fake smile her way through the apocalypse. Ryan Reynolds was mocking Justin Baldoni by basing the nice pool character on him, which makes Disney look like a bully, and Marvel look like a bully. They definitely don't want that.
Yet another example of why Taylor, Travis, Selena, all of them are like, that girl's bad news. This is why I think it was such a bad move to do what she did. At the same time, doesn't want to deal with this nonsense. Like, he's like, who are these fake Hollywood nobodies? I don't want to deal with them. And I gotta say, I do appreciate that about him.
Selena Gomez's quiet, "I told you so," is the only thing more savage than the entire internet right now. While Blake was busy curating a fake sisterhood with Taylor and redesigning the victim role to fit her couture, Selena was playing chess. She clocked the manipulation before it hit the mainstream, and now that everyone else has joined her, she doesn't even have to gloat.
Ryan Reynolds was mocking Justin Baldoni, basing the nice pool character on him. That makes Disney look like a bully and Marvel look like a bully, and they definitely don't want that.
The silence is the gloat. Blake thought red carpets would save her. She thought she could outwalk the scandal. But here's the harsh reality. You can't accessorize your way out of a credibility crisis, no matter how expensive the handbag. If you think this drama's over, trust me, it's just getting started. Subscribe for the next explosion.